dito sa ating topic na prenuptial agreement. Hindi po pwedeng ako lang yung ako lang yung source natin dito kasi hindi naman ako lawyer. Kaya inanyayahan ko ang aking kaibigang matalik, napakaganda at sana'y manalong congresswoman sa Siargao next year. No? Manifest ko na yan. I-welcome natin si Attorney Lucille Sering. Ayan. Hello, girl.
Salamat sa maganda. Hintayin ko mga ilang buwan. Gaganda na rin ulit ako. Mas maganda pa sa'yo.
Nako, sanay na sanay ng mga followers ko on sa kagandahan ko. Kaya ikaw naman yan. Last time na nag-live stream tayo, yung patok na patok 'yon kasi tungkol sa pamana at mga lupain. Kaya ulitin natin ulit 'yun para public service.
Oo nga, kasi dami dito sa Siargao. Nandito pala ako sa Siargao, nakiki-internet sa kapitbahay para lang makasama kita ngayong araw dahil nami-miss na kita. Sa lahat ng mga nanonood, pasensyahan nyo na ang aking kagandahan ngayong araw na to at sana marami tayong matututong magagandang aral ngayong araw. Sakaling meron sa inyong gusto mag-asawa. My God, wag na.
Kasi ngayon usap-usapan ngayon, attorney, itong kay Bea at saka kay Dominic, 'di ba? Na ang chika daw na bakit sila naghiwalay ay prenup. Syempre hindi naman natin alam kung totoo talaga 'yun, 'di ba? Sila lang naman yata O baka meron kang inside information, alam ko mas-showbiz ka rin eh.
Actually kilala ko sila. Na-meet ko silang dalawa at we had dinner even prior to na naging sila. They were still dating. So tinanong ko that time si Bea kasi we were working on some foundation work she wanted to form one. Na-meet ko yung guy. I know the guy from, not personally, I met him. Gwapo naman talaga. I mean, I couldn't blame Bea. He is younger. At yun lang ang munang i-chismis ko tungkol doon.
Anyway, so yun napag-uusapan nga. At ang tanong ko nga dyan ay bakit siya biglang napaka-interesado ng mga tao tungkol dito sa prenup na ito?
Unang-una, ang dami naghihiwalayan. Nandun na yung Katniel, nandito nga si Daniel nung mga isang linggo, pinaguguluhan siya, bumarampa ang kuya. Ngayon naman nag-announce naman si Sara Labati, tsaka si Richard Gomez, Richard Gutierrez.
Gomez.
Sorry naman, sila pa rin ni Lucy Torres. Sino ba? Si Kim Chu, tsaka di ba? Updated ako, wala kang magawa sa Siargao.
Jericho Rosales at tsaka yung jowa din niya, ganyan.
That's confirmed. And they separated long before na. So, kumbaga, at syempre, tinaon mo talaga na Valentine's na. Ay, Kong Hei Fat Choy pala. Ngayon ba? Bukas. So, yun, siguro dahil sa strong interest and of course Bea Alonzo being popular, different naman yung kasi bata sila, they stayed together for so long, naghiwalay. Pero kahit yun pag-usapan din natin, it was difficult for them to separate because of the businesses that they entered into. And I understand that was one of the reasons why it took a while before there were decisions to declare.
Actually, side kwento lang itong si attorney ay lawyer to the stars yan dati. Siya yung mga annulment ng mga artista.
Kaya hindi na ako nag-asawa, alam ko na mangyayari, maghihiwalay din ako. Kaya wag na. So I have friends and of course one of my famous clients is Vina. I also handled the annulment of Vong Navarro before. Of course at Aiko Melendez. Anyway, yeah, oo. Kaya wag ka nang
panahon kasi natin yon.
So, okay. So, prenup, hindi natin alam. Purely speculative. Pero isa yun sa mga lumabas. Normally, magpi-prenup ka lang kung may isa sa couple ang mas mayaman.
Actually, ang chismis nga na nakalap ko dyan, kasi na-interview ako, tapos tinatanong ako, may alam ko. Tapos ang nakalap ko sa mga iba, ang chika nila ay, si Bea daw kasi ay nasa 1 billion na, tapos itong si Dominic daw ay nasa 30 million, ganyan. So medyo malayo. Pero sabi ko, 30 million, hindi rin naman yun maliit ha, okay na rin yun.
I doubt it was even 30 million. Kasi the version that came out, chismis to ha, is that
parang naging showbiz chismis to.
Turned out na it wasn't what it was. Kumbaga, so despite that, parang people around Bea felt na, and in fairness to the guy, he offered daw the prenup.
Uy, that's so nice. Kasi ang sinasabi ko nga, dapat kasi kung ikaw yung mas mababa yung income level, mas maganda kung ikaw yung mag-o-offer ng prenup para malinis, di ba? At saka hindi awkward, di ba? Hindi ka na pag-iisipan.
So anyhow, so I don't know really the real story how it came about, or even if I know, I will not tell. So let's focus dun sa prenup. Kasi this is very common in other countries. But in the Philippines, it's only common among those who have more than the other. Especially if the parents feel na you married into someone na might take advantage. So anyhow, ang prenup kasi, bago ka mag-asawa, before 1987, yung family code, ang naririnig natin is conjugal partnership of gains. So pag nagpi-prenup ka, there are only 3 regimes na inaalaw ng batas. One, yung conjugal partnership of gains. Second, yung absolute community of property. And then yung isa, yung complete separation of property. Mag-focus lang tayo muna dun sa para klaruhin natin ha, hindi tayo maano. So, 3 regime. Prior to 1987, ang regime non conjugal partnership of gains. So, pinasa yung family code, regime of absolute community na ang default. Prior to ang conjugal partnership kasi of gains, you have to have an accounting. So, kung hindi maganda yung accounting mo, mahirap kang, parang pagdating ng kahiwalayan or what have you, ang mas magulo. So, they decided, at the time, in 1987, na ang default na lang, absolute community of property. Kung anong dala mo sa kasal, pondo nyo yun. Kasi sa conjugal, kung ano lang yung income ng couple, yun lang yung habang buhay yung marriage, yun lang yung paghahatian nyo. Paano kung ano ka, housewife ka lang? At wala ka namang property. Kumbaga, kaya ang dami noon na kahit nanloloko na si tatay, si daddy, wala kang capacity, you stay in the marriage. Diba? So, naging productive siya. So, under regime of absolute community, whether the wife has a work or not, hati. 50-50.
Yes, ako agree naman, meron akong certain level of agreement dyan kasi yun nga meron namang sense of union. Pero maganda rin talaga itong prenup nga na mayroong option na tinatanong kung kayo ba ay okay ba, ay kung gusto nyo ba na joint or separate. Tama ba yung intindi ko?
Tama, kasi yung third is yung tinatawag na complete separation. Talagang walang pakialam, gastos mo, gastos mo, gastos ko, gastos ko.
So pwede yun, technically.
Pwede yun, oo. So we don't know which one they agreed upon. So if it triggered some form of mistrust, di ba? Kasi it's very sensitive in our culture to, I thought you love me. Why come you have to have a prenup? Di ba? Laging I love you, but you know, my parents don't. So give me the prenup. So it's really
Right,
more
right.
of goodwill. So there are a lot of things right now, like very common now that women are empowered.
Mm.
Sometimes women are more, no, are richer. Women
Mhm.
work more.
Aha,
So
aha.
we don't have an alimony, we don't have a divorce.
Oo.
So every time na meron akong na-handle, ang unang talagang nagpapatagal is yung issue on property.
Oo, oo.
Oo.
True,
So
true.
karamihan ngayon ng mga Taipans na hiwalay sa asawa
Hmm.
remain married to their wives even if they have other girlfriends
Ano,
or ano na,
oo,
because
oo.
of the
Kasi
conjugal the separation of properties.
property. Actually, nung tinanong nga namin yan na Attorney Lucila, no, na ano ba yung madalas na source na di pinagkakaunawaan ng magjowa, magkahiwalay man sila o hindi, ano? At ito yung lumabas, no? So, 60% ay tungkol sa pera. Tapos,
Mhm.
20% lang yung pangangaliwa.
But
7% yung pangingalam ng biyanan, oras sa trabaho versus family time ay 6%, at saka mga gawaing bahay, 5%. So napakalaking bahagi talaga, no, na pera ang pinag-uugatan ng mga away-away na yan. So ako inisip ko nga rin, parang blessing in disguise din, ano, kung hindi pumayag na magpirmahan ng prenup, di mas maagang nalaman na nila ngayon na hindi pala sila MFEO or meant for each other.
yeah,
Kesa nagtuloy, di ba?
but I also have an opinion with that survey. It's actually connected to the second one. Kasi
Mhm.
every time may nangangaliwa, hindi ka na
Mm.
nakakagbigay ng tamang sustento sa jowa o sa asawa. So in
Pwede
kumbaga
rin.
connected sila. So
Oo.
pag meron ka sa nung una ayos yung bigay mo, nung meron ka na ibang girlfriend, you start spending other things other than your family, then it becomes an issue.
Oo.
Then it triggers. Kasi yung
Yeah.
iba, okay lang kahit na ibang babae ka, basta ako sustentado, daming ganon. Sabihin
Yes,
na natin,
oo.
very famous athlete na ngayon, politiko, di ba? Ilang beses na chismis kung sino-sinong artista, but the white stayed. Kasi, di mo
Oo.
nagtuloy sa kanya, di ba? So,
True.
I think they're connected. Pangangaliwa and pera are the same.
Oo. So, eto talaga, no? So, ang epekto, so yung 1987 Family Code natin, ang sinabi niya ay kapag tayo ay ikakasal, kung wala kayong prenup, yung property na meron ka noong single ka at yung mga property na makikreate ninyo na during kayo mag-asawa, magiging joint yan. Ganun ba yun?
Correct. Yes.
Oh.
Absolutely.
So, meron din palang benefit ng pagiging Becky, ano? Kasi
Naman!
hindi kami kinakasal. Pero gusto ko conjugal. Pero hindi. Kami naman ni Edwin ay sabi ko, kasi pareho na, ito rin yung benefit na yung jowa mo, ka-level mo, no? At saka nagsimula kayo together and then you grew in the relationship. So, ang mas ano dito ay parang hindi naging problema yung prenup na mga ganyan, no? Ay, bakit may ganun? So, ganun dapat. In fairness, may mga pasabog. Okay,
Parang
sige.
may mali doon sa So yun.
Dapat yun siya.
Balikan natin si Bea at saka si Dom. That was also even an issue with Sarah Geronimo.
Aha.
Diba? The parents apparently, chismis of Sarah said, my daughter is richer than Mateo. So, pera talaga. But at the end of the day, walang basagan ng trip, diba? So, in this case, it's also very speculative to even blame Bea on her ability to handle a relationship. Kumbaga, women are empowered now. She has the right to take care of her finances at the end of the day. Diba?
Yeah.
You can't choose that. Diba? At the end of the day. So, I'm happy for her if that's her reason. It means that makikita yung good faith ng lalaki. But we cannot also take it out from Dom. Medyo maluho din yung bata. Hilig sa mga, and he is friends with really mga friends, circle friends yung mayayaman din, but very, keeping up with the lifestyle. Maybe all of this have a reason. So, but they're trying to work things out. Whatever happens, that's important.
If they really decide to separate, una, outside naman tayo doon, ano naman ang kadalaman natin. At pangalawa, i-wish na lang natin sila ng very, very well, di ba? Ayun. Tapos, ano ba yung pros ng pagkakaroon ng prenuptial agreement?
Actually, yung pros sa akin, I don't know, hindi naman ako kasal. So, kumbaga, I would say I really don't care. The pros is this. If really talaga substantial yung property ng isa na talagang 90 to 10%, just enter into something para lang klaro. I'm sure pag magkakasama naman kayo, kung sinong mas mayaman, yun din ang mag-aambag ng mas malaki, di ba? The advantage is to clear, kaya lang kasi every time you say, oh, I want to enter into a prenup, it's like anticipating that at some point we might separate.
Yes, oo. Yun nga yung mga isang parang, bakit pa tayo magpapakasal kung meron ka palang ganun na, tinitigil mo? And that's where the stigma lies also.
So, the advantages is on the business side is huge. But the advantages in terms of the trust that will have to be created while you're married is a different story. So, that's why you don't do business with your heart, you do business with your mind. So that's the challenge there.
Taray naman nun. You do business with the mind, not with the heart. Ang taray. Oh, my heart.
No, I mean, I know you kasi, I know you've been friends for so long. You also give heart. Kasi doing well and doing good. I'm sorry, I'm gonna correct myself. I'm looking at the perspective of the likes of the Gokong Wehis, where you also have brothers and sisters. Kasi makikialam at makikialam sila eh. Sa'yo kasi, self-made. But at the same time, Bea is also self-made. Pero we really don't know. Yeah. It really depends. It's a case-to-case basis. But the advantages of having a prenup, I can't say.
Yeah. So, pero ang sabi nga dun sa prenup, di ba, napapalinaw yung financial expectations, tapos napoprotect yung personal na assets. Gaya ng sabi mo kanina na, kunwari, I came from a previous marriage, o para maprotektahan naman yung mga anak ko dun, di pwede yon. And then, efficiency ng legal process nga, sakaling may mangyari, meron ng set agreement na i-execute na lang.
Correct. In fact, the law, if you marry again, and you did not annul the previous one and did not distribute, tapos nagpakasal ka, the second marriage is void. Pag inayos yung distribution, bago ka nagpakasal ulit, invalid yung second.
Ang taray.
Alam yan kasi I have already one case na ginawa ko about it.
Ganyan. Anyway, ano naman yung mga cons nito? So aside from sa nakita natin, yun nga, nagkakaroon ng lack of trust, ganyan, tapos nauuwi sa hiwalayan, sa tensyon. Ano naman pa yung mga cons ng...
Let's focus dun sa cons ng absolute community. Hassle, hindi ka pwedeng magbenta ng walang consent ng spouse. Na kung kailangan mo na talaga, di ba? Ang dami kaya kayong mga husband na want to dispose, may utang, will forge the signature of the wife.
So wrong yung mga yun, ano? Okay. So tinanong natin yung attorney, tinanong natin yung opinion ng mga viewers natin. Ayan, sang-ayon ba kayo sa prenuptial agreement? Oy guys, kung sang-ayon kayo or hindi sang-ayon, mag-comment naman kayo diyan, ano? Sang-ayon ba kayo sa prenuptial agreement? At ang lumabas ay ito. Okay? 1,174 respondents. Ang yes ay 65%, ang no ay 19%, at yung 16% wala akong jowa. O, di ba?
Wow. Halata na talaga na may natutunan na yung mga viewers mo kasi yung mayaman na sila. Ang nagpapagawa ng prenup, ang mayaman.
Ito na lang siguro yung tanong ko. Ano yung certain level amount ng wealth na meron ka na worth it na magkaroon ng prenup? Kung may 1 million pesos na ba ako, magpiprenup na ba ako? O antayin ko ba katulad ng Kabea na 1 billion?
Alam mo kasi minsan pag may pagdududa ka na talaga sa jowa mo, kahit 500,000 na papaprenup.
True din naman, di ba?
Oo, kunwari, desperado ka na, gusto mo na mag-asawa, kaya lang, prenup na nga. So, I can't answer that categorically kasi I also know someone who's filthy rich, who was pressured by the family to get a prenup, and he didn't. And he was proven right. He's still married to that lady. So, diba? it really is a case-to-case basis. We don't know kung ano.
So, itong mga na-research ko, attorney kung sino-sino ba yung mga i-consider na, mga couple na dapat mag-consider ng prenup. So, sabi mo kanina, yung may significant assets or debts, no? Napag-usapan din natin yung previous relationships, yung mga anak na yon. Yung one partner is much wealthier. Yung business ownership at saka anticipation of inheritance, paano naman yan magiging relevant sa ng pagkakaroon?
If absolute community, if let's say one of the spouse inherits, hindi yun part ng absolute community.
Okay.
So, yun sa issue ng inheritance. Dun sa, what was the other one?
The other one is business interests.
So, the business interest, for example, in anything that one of the spouse enters into, must have consent with the wife. Kasi the family now, kasi pag kunwari there's a dissolution, if it turns out to be a sole proprietorship, hindi lang yung husband na sisingaling, pati asawa.
So, husband and wife, it goes both ways naman yun.
Correct.
No? Hindi naman yun na lang. Okay. Sige. And then, sino ba dapat ang mag-i-initiate? In your, kung ikaw ang tatanungin as a lawyer, sino dapat ang mag-i-initiate ng prenuptial agreement?
Yung isa dapat na makaramdam ka na wala kang masyadong pera. Basta ka na lang na pag kayo na ambunan ka. Yun lang yun.
Okay. So better yon, para I think ito rin para para hindi ka pag-isipan ng iba na na gold digger ka or something, di ba?
Correct, yun.
So ayun, ito lang nakita ko how to initiate daw the discussion on a prenup. So sabi, choose the right time with your partner, and then i-express mo yung intention for protection and clarity. It's not about distrust and anticipating a marriage to end. Be open and then seek professional advice together. So meron ka bang idadagdag dyan, attorney?
Alam mo, kung sensitive ka sa partner mo, mararamdaman mo, kung let's say, lalo na kung umaasa yung buong pamilya sa kanya. Diba? You will always find an enemy on one of them kasi the marriage now, the family will come first over the parents or the brother, right? So, kung it's the case, at makaramdam ka na, let's say ako si Dom, si Bea, obviously she's the breadwinner, and she really made things big. She bought a farm for the mom, bought this for the brother. Ako na magsasabi, let's do a prenup just to ease their concern.
At saka parang din, hindi lang at peace with your partner. Kasi when you're getting into marriage, parang na-intertwine ka na rin dun sa mga family dynamics So to keep that at saka para maging smooth lang lahat, mas okay na talaga na mag-prenup. No? So, tapos yun
talaga. Okay talaga yung prenup under a context, lalo na in our culture where, unlike in the States, when you get married, the parents are, everyone's cut off. Here, we don't cut off. No? There's still a lot of expectations from your own family to, share.
Sorry,
I cut you.
Hindi. Kasi kagabi, ang ano naman si Gretchen Ho in-interview ko kagabi, tapos ang chika niya ay, sa research daw nila, mas nagsasucceed yung mga relationships na halos magkapareho yung economic status.
I believe that. Kasi, I would look at
not to say na hindi magiging successful yung may disparity, pero mas nagiging successful daw yung equal.
There's really no, for me, I'm not married, but I feel there's really no formula. Maybe by statistics, but at the same time, in the Philippines, for example, a man and a woman, the men are expected to earn more, and the woman, once she gets all, there's a tendency to be insecure, right? So in that way, if you want to win the same thing, you have to be competitive. Even within the marriage, it's tiring, right? So if that's the case, but admittedly, ng barkada namin may mga lawyers. Lahat yun successful sa marriage nila. You know the key? Ano yung key? Puro mga, of course, isa ang husband, architect, isa lawyer din, yung isa. So, yeah. Yung isa na hindi na-work out nga naman, yung husband was earning less. So that could be true also. But we also made it a point that us women lawyers hang out and go away from that relationship. Meaning, we travel together, kami-kami lang. There's a life outside of it.
Yes.
Handle. Because once it gets so, clingy, parang
Actually, yun yung sinasabi ko, for a successful relationship to work, dapat mayroon pa ring ikaw, ako, tapos may tayo. Yun talaga yung magandang formula. Ayan. Okay, sige. Lako, maraming salamat. Marami tayong mga na-chismis ngayon, ha? May mga detalye. So, next na pag-uusin.
Call me when you're not busy.
Of course. Oo nga. Ano to? Uy, so nasa Siargao ka ngayon. Ano ba yung mga plans mo dyan? O magkampanya na tayo ngayong palag.
So here, we're still focusing dun sa health na inaano namin the last time. And then we just recently ongoing and just a few days ago we gave out wood stoves for a carbon credit program. So maybe we should talk about that one of these days.
Sige. Next time, ano yung mga pinagkakaabalahan mo sa Siargao? At siguro mas maganda kung on-site, nandyan din ako, di ba? Para
Why not? Maulan lang, swerte lang tayo today na it's really sunny but it's been raining for past days.
Okay, thank you, Lucille. Love you.
Love you too. Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye. Okay, so yan po si Attorney Lucille at ako naman ang inyong financial guru, si Sir Vince, nagsasabing ang pagyaman na pag-aaralan at napagtutulungan.